What's up, fam? This your boy Cut to the Chase TV. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and be sure to share this video. I got some news for you Negroes today. Rapper Gillie the Kid's son was shot and killed at a Philly intersection, and now everybody's acting surprised. Everybody's acting flabbergasted. They can't seem to fathom why anybody from the streets would want to take out a legend's son. I'm not one of those people. I know how the streets work. I know the streets don't discriminate. I know the streets doesn't give a damn about your parents. So when I hear people talk about Gillie, oh, he's a great man, he mentored the youth, he got the #1 podcast in the world, I'm looking back at y'all like, are y'all crazy? What the hell they gotta do with his son? If the streets want you, they will get you. They don't give a damn about your parents' accomplishments. They don't give a damn about your potential. They don't care about what you got going. If somebody in the streets have a problem with you, they gonna come see you and handle that problem. So you can't really blame Gillie for his kid's son's death. You can't really blame Wilder. You can't blame the family. You only can blame one person, his son. And I'll tell you why. You're Gillie the Kid's son, 25 years old. Your father is Gillie the Kid, the self-proclaimed king of Philly. He got money. He got revenue. Why are you still in Philly? Why are you in the streets of Philly where you can get touched? That's my only question I have, because I'm looking at it like this. Once your parents make it out, once your dad become Gillie the Kid, shouldn't you be removed from the streets? Shouldn't you have no dealings with the streets? Because I look at it like this. You can say I'm not in the streets. You can say I don't bang, I'm not a criminal, but if you rubbing shoulders with people in the streets, if you touching hands with people in the streets, this is a possibility. You can lose your life. I'm just being real with you on that. So when I read this story about he getting shot and killed in the streets of Philly, I'm like, damn. I'm not surprised, because I know this is a possibility. And let me just say this one thing about Gillie the Kid, because I see him on his podcast talking positive, talking about mentoring the youth, talking about how to live a productive life, how to avoid the streets. I got one question for Gillie. Did you give your son the same advice? Did you lecture your son like you lecture us, or did he not take heed to your advice? That's what I want to know from Gillie, because you can sit on your podcast, you can talk a good game, but let's be real, Gillie Kid, you just started acting like you had some sense like 6 years ago. Gillie the Kid, you 45. You just recently started acting like you had some sense. So somebody look at your son and say your son was taken out, and everybody start looking at the Gillie you are now, and they act like they can't believe it. Did y'all see who Gillie was 8 years ago? All in the bando, trap houses, all on DVDs, talking about I'm Gillie the Kid, I run Philly. Really? And now look at this. You can lecture us all you want, but you just started acting like a grown-ass man 6 years ago, Gillie. Let's be real about that. Because if you would have been acting like a grown man when your son was in his adolescence year, maybe you could have prevented that. That's all I'm saying. If you would never been in the bando, dissing Lil Wayne, all in the trap, all on DVDs, if you wouldn't have been doing that, maybe your son would still be alive if you were the Gillie you were now. See, sometimes we wait too late to change. Sometimes our prolonged changing and maturing can affect people around us. It can affect the younger generation. It can affect the older people. That's all I'm saying. Now, I'm not saying it's Gillie's fault, but I'm saying maybe Gillie could have prevented this. Maybe he could have gave his son a different mindset. That's it. But anyway, we're going to hear what the news had to say about this situation. We're going to react to it. Let's go.
While developing this noon, the son of a Philadelphia rapper, Gillie the King, was killed last night.
Wait, hold on. He messing up already. What the hell is Gillie the King? It is Gillie the Kid. These news reporters supposed to be journalists. They supposed to be held to a higher standard, and y'all can't get a name right? You really gonna sit here and call that man Gillie the King when you know it's Gillie the Kid? Hell, just a proper research could have solved that problem. Y'all didn't search the man. Y'all didn't look up the story, see who Gillie the Kid was. You gonna really hop your ass on national TV and call this man Gillie the King. That's nonsense. But anyway, let's continue.
Only 2 others were also hit. They survived. CBS News Philadelphia reporter Dan Snyder is live at the intersection of Masher and Nedrow Avenue where the shooting happened. Good afternoon, Dan.
Good afternoon, Jim. Philadelphia police confirming 25-year-old Devin Spady was killed in that shooting right.
Look, Devin Spady is Gillie the Kid's son. And look where the shooting occurred at. Look at the background. Look at the houses, the duplexes. Why is Gillie the Kid's son in an environment like that? Daddy worth millions of dollars. Daddy's famous, got the #1 podcast, and you standing around something like that? You involving yourself with people like that, that's unacceptable. But let's continue.
Here, and of course that has many fans stunned by the news. Close family friends are saying that Spady was the son of Gillie the King.
Wait, it's Gillie the Kid. Y'all really gonna keep butchering that man's name like that? It's not that hard of a concept to understand. These news reporters always acting like they don't know how to pronounce nicknames. They call Lil Boosie Boozy. They call Young Jockey, all type of crazy stuff. Get the name right. Ain't nobody surprised this happened. We know how the streets work, but get the man name right. But let's continue.
And Gillie, his podcast co-host Wallow, confirming Gillie's son, a rapper known as YNG Cheese, was killed in an Instagram post last night. He said, quote, "Lil Cuz, usually when I talk to you, I got a lot to tell you. Tonight, the pain in my heart and tears spoke to you. I love you beyond life, Cheese. I got your father. Rest well."
You hear him? Wallow's telling his cousin, Westwell, I'm gonna take care of Gillie for you. And you need somebody like Wallow. I think Gillie is gonna really lean on Wallow. Wallow is playful, but he's serious at the same time. Just a ball of energy to be around. So Wallow, keep Gillie grounded, because I know times are gonna be hard. A father, a mother, parents should never have to bury their child. That's the toughest thing I know has to happen. But anyway, let's continue.
Police say so far no one has been arrested for that shooting. They are still looking for the gunman. The other two people shot last night are in the hospital, and police say they're stable. So far, we have not heard from Gillie the King himself, understandably so. In Olney, Dan Snyder, CBS News, Philadelphia. Jim?
Thank you, Dan, for that update.
So Gillie the Kid's son was actually killed in a triple shooting. It was two other people that were shot in the leg and one person was shot in the hip. They are both in stable condition and are expected to survive. And it kind of seemed like it was an argument. It kind of seemed like Gillie the Kid's son maybe known the shooter, maybe something transpired, maybe a robbery or something. But it just doesn't seem like it was random. It seemed like he was targeted over something. He got shot in the back, he died 19 minutes later.